Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of DB Cars, and today's episode I'll be showing you guys GetGo Mazda CX5. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here is guys the GetGo Mazda CX5 itself. So basically I'll be running through you guys the damages for this vehicle that's any before I show you guys the interior as well as the trunk space for the vehicle itself. So let me just start off with the exterior of the vehicle itself. So exterior of the vehicle, I think the most obvious one you can definitely see already is that side skirt right there, which unfortunately was ripped off from the vehicle, and yeah, it's very unfortunate thing for that itself. But moving along to the driver's side itself, there isn't any other obvious damage. Maybe like there's no, the rim seems fine. Also same goes for tire, there's no boarding of the tires. I did the vehicle a quick wash it down, so hence you might still see some dirt around, but mind you, just now when I collected, it's way more dirtier itself. So yeah, moving on to the front tires, same thing, no curve or anything. Oh no, then maybe some curve right here itself. Tires seems fine, and maybe it's like more of the dirt which I didn't really manage to clean off that well, but hey, I just did my best to clean it just for a short rental itself. So yeah, moving on to the front, this is how it looks like for the CX5 itself. Fortunately, there's no windscreen chip, nor were there any front scratch to the vehicle, which is a very good thing for it as well. So yeah, moving along to the passenger side, same thing, no obvious damage which I can observe, which is also a plus point. Unfortunately, still a little bit wet from this side, so probably that will dry up over time. Fuel tank on the left hand side behind the passenger side, and last but not least, you got the back, which is right here itself. So yeah, moving on to the back, just a bit dirtier, right? Maybe didn't really clean the best, but I just did my absolute cleaning, just a short quick clean for this rental itself. And while I was cleaning the vehicle, mind you, there was an insect that just came out from here, which is very shocking itself. So yeah, the good thing I meant to clean off itself. Really, there's this, not too sure why this look like pandan or something in the trunk space. Not too sure what the people renting previous rental was trying to do in this. Why were they putting this inside the trunk of the car itself? But other than that, this is basically it for the outside. Let me just show you guys the trunk space right now. So trunk space, to access it, just right the Mazda right down below the Mazda emblem. Press on that, and it's an electronic tailgate, so it can open up easily, and it won't, no worry, I already measured out, so it won't hit the thing at all. So yeah, but trunk space, right, this is basically what you're greeted with. And right inside here, you got the driver's side skirt that got ripped out inside here itself. But you also got this very nice storage cover which blocks people from seeing inside. If let's say you do not want, you want to remove this, you could actually remove it by this screw on either side. Remove this and it will just fold back right inside here itself. But what do you get below? Well, you get your spare tire and your kit to replace the spare tire. But other than that, your subwoofer for the Bose sound system. But other than that, there isn't really any under storage space itself. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I also probably put on screen right now how much trunk space this vehicle has. So I'll probably put on screen right now. So yeah, other than that, I think it's yeah, there's a handy light which can turn on, turn off in the trunk. So yeah, other than that, that's basically it for the rear itself. To close the trunk space, let me just shimmy my way to the other side. Close the trunk space, very simple itself. Just press on one button right here itself, or you can manually close it. Let's say the trunk is not, the electronic tailgate is not okay itself. So just press on this and you just close itself, just like that. So yeah, that's basically it for the trunk space of the vehicle itself. Right now I'll be showing you guys the rear itself, so let's dive straight to the rear of the CX5. Alright then, now let me just show you guys the rear of the Mazda CX5 itself. So stepping right into the rear of the CX5 is quite comfy, because in my opinion, its closest rival is actually the Hyundai Tucson, which is about the same size to the CX5 itself. So yeah, but once you're inside, this is basically what you are greeted with. So basically you got rear storage space right here on either side. Some storage space right here. Here as well if you want to put stuff. And you also got rear AC vent which you are able to adjust to your preference itself. Plus you also got slat that closes both sides of the AC vent itself. So yeah. You do get a grab hook to grab hold onto on all four sides of the vehicle. As well as for the rear only, you get this additional hook which you can hook your let's say you got your formal tire or whatever thing that you want to hook here, you can actually hang it right here itself, which is quite good thing, which I think this is also something that the Tucson, Hyundai Tucson also have it itself. So yeah, overall so far I'm not seeing anything that I'm liking. You know, it can differentiate between Tucson and the CX5 itself. But unfortunately for this CX5 right here, you're seeing it does not come with the panoramic sunroof. So for GetGo itself, for GetGo CX5, it doesn't have the panoramic sunroof. If you want the panoramic sunroof for a much more like better experience, or you want more sunlight coming into the vehicle itself, you should actually check out Chariot. Chariot CX5 does have the panoramic the sunroof itself, which technically does tuck into the headroom space right itself. So there's a slight reduction of headroom space right for Chariot Mazda CX5. For GetGo, it doesn't have it. It only has the conventional roof plus these two lights which can be turned on or turned off with the press of the button either side itself. So yeah. Alright, let me just show you guys my space wise for the vehicle itself. So space wise, I got about a fist of legroom space wise, it's not too bad. Headroom space wise is about, I'll say about 1.5 fist to 2 fists of legroom space, headroom space wise, which is not too bad itself. So yeah. Alright, let's move on to the center seating right now. So this is the center seat. Firstly, for people sitting in the either side, the left or the right, if let's say they're asked to shift to the center, you will definitely hit into the center part of the seat. So that's definitely one thing you definitely can't avoid. Plus also, you also got this slight raise in the transmission tunnel itself. So that's one thing you got to take note of itself. So yeah, but once the center, this is how it feels like to sit in the center of the car. So far I'm noticing is you do get a slight raise in the elevation of the sitting position you're sitting. If let's say you sit in the center itself, compared to the, I can't remember the Tucson has it or not, but it's about there itself. So yeah, legroom space wise is depending on how these two front seats are being adjusted. If let's say if the seat are pushed recline all the way back or push all the way to the back, then your legroom space wise in the center will be reduced itself. So yeah, but on my left I got about 2 fingers of legroom space wise. On my right I got 4 fingers. So yeah, because this is adjusted to my driving position, hence it is slightly better itself. So yeah, headroom space wise is about the same as the previous position which I was in just now, which is on the right hand side. So it's the same, so there's no difference. I think if it's the Chariot CX5, maybe there'll be a different, because there's a panoramic sunroof for that. So yeah, but other than that, this is basically what you're being greeted with for the vehicle itself. So let me just step right out of the vehicle right now. I forgot to show you guys just now the rear space. If let's say you want more space, you could actually technically just pull on this lever on either side of the seat. Just pull on that, the seat will drop. Same goes for the other side, so the other side also will drop down and you have even more space in the vehicle itself. So yeah. Alright, last but not least, you also got armrest right here. Let's say if no one sitting in the center, you could actually technically fold down the center and you have an armrest which there's 2 cup holders. If let's say you do not want to put it over there, you can put it right in the center. Right here, I think you could probably put your phone. One phone could probably fit inside here without any issue. And you got a very slim storage space right here with a USB type A port to charge your device if you want to itself. So yeah, overall not too bad for this for the Mazda itself. Let's now move to the front of the vehicle. So close the door, and before I show you guys the front, so basically this has the keyless entry for the vehicle itself, but unfortunately for GetGo and Chariot, you do not have the vehicle key, so I can't really show you the keyless entry itself. But if it does have, you could actually technically press this to lock the vehicle and just walk away. Or some vehicle usually have the option where you can just put your hand in and it will just automatically detect the keys in your pocket and it will just unlock. So mostly for this case, it's not, I can't really show you guys that. So yeah, let me just show you guys the front of the front of the car right now. Alright then, now let's jump into the front of the CX5. So stepping right into the front of the CX5, this is basically what you're greeted with itself. I would say it's not a bad interior. I haven't tried out the CX3s yet, so I can't really compare to that. Plus, I think I did mention this is technically the pre-facelifted CX5 before there was a facelift. I'm not too sure what are some of the changes that they did to the facelifted CX5, but this is the pre-facelift one, so hence this wheel is very familiar that you will see on the Mazda 6, which I've already reviewed from Chariot, and the Mazda 3 from GetGo itself. So yeah, I can't be sure whether the CX3 has it or not, but I'll definitely review that in the near future, so keep lookout for that. But for time being now, let me just get back to the CX5. So this is the dashboard, or how the interior the front looks like for the CX5. So starting out with the storage space, you get one decently sized storage space right here. So I think if I have my small bag, I would be able to put it inside there without any issue. Moving along, you also get another storage space right here with a 12-volt socket outlet right there if you want to charge your phone. There's two cup holders right here, and last but not least, another storage space right here with a USB type A port and a port right here, which I think you're able to, let me see what this is. Basically this is an SD card slot, I think maybe for the navigation itself. So yeah, plus one good thing is, if let's say you have cables plug into here, you actually could run through this two canal right here, whatever you call it, and maybe put it right here. Let's say you're charging your phone right here itself, which is a good thing. So yeah, all right. Moving along, you got your infotainment controls right here. So basically, all your infotainment controls and the various shortcut keys. Your volume control right here to adjust the volume for the infotainment. And this is also basically to, if you want to mute it, just press on this and it will mute the infotainment or everything you're listening to itself. Moving along, you got your electronic handbrake. So this is very simple to operate. Just either push down to deactivate, pull up to activate the handbrake itself. So yeah, and your auto brake hold function, which is very useful in some scenario when you're at a traffic light. Moving along, your gear selector right here, and the various driving mode, which is right here itself. So basically you got sports and normal mode. I'm not too sure whether it's eco mode, but I think there should have one. Right, I think this vehicle should have, since it's very similar to the Mazda 3 and the Mazda 6 itself. So yeah, moving along, you just got your AC control, which is it's the same thing as the Mazda 3 and Mazda 6 again. You got a CD thing right at the top right here. So yeah, if you got CD, you can just insert it right here, and this ejector thing right there. Two AC vents, which is very self-explanatory. Hazard light button in center, so in event emergency, you're able to reach that within reach your start stop button and turn on and turn off the car, and that's basically it. And your infotainment right at the back, which is controlled via this thing right here, which I'll show you guys later on itself. So yeah, all right, moving along, next up you got your wheel. So the wheel is very similar to the Mazda 3 or Mazda 6 again, which I already mentioned. So if you're used to driving this generation of Mazda, then most of the controls right here are very familiar itself. So yeah, so I'm just going to go through this quick. Your volume control right here, this is to change the radio station, if let's say, or whatever frequency you want to change. If you do not want to use the knob, your pick up and anchor button if it is connected to your phone. Your cruise control right here, so basically this is to on and off the cruise control, as well as to cancel the cruise control. You got your set and resume button. If let's say you already set speed or you want to resume your cruise control, you're able to do that. Plus you also are able to increase or decrease your speed via this button itself. So yeah, all right, moving along, you just got your wipers controls switch right here. So basically the main one is the front wipers. So one time up for one side the wipers, and continuous wiping or auto wipers just all the way down or all the way up depending on your preference itself. So yeah, rear wiper is this itself, so you're able to turn this knob right at the far end, just turn this and you're able to adjust the rear wiper itself. And towards the front windscreen, towards the front windscreen, just pull back and it will spray some water onto the windscreen, and you also activate the wipers at the same time. On the right hand side right now, you got your indicators as well as your high beam controls, and as well as your light switch as well. So basically your light switch control, you got the knob right here which controls the main headlight, your fog light right here, and as well as your turn signal which is this itself. So yeah, flash your high beam, just need to pull back to flash high beams and pull back again to deactivate itself. So yeah, that's basically that. Alright, last but not least, you got your stop start button right here, turn off stop start, which is I stop for in Mazda term, your parking sensors as well as your traction control button. Alternatively, you could also turn open the trunk from the driver's side via this button, so if I have to press that, the trunk will open itself. So yeah, last but not least, you got two switches right here, buttons. You can just pull on them either one. So basically the left one is to open up the car hood or car bonnet, and the right one is the fuel door itself. So just pull on that if you want to refuel the car itself. Alright, last but not least, you got some controls on the door itself. So the controls on the door are basically these are your 4 window switches. These to fold the mirrors in, and this prevent people from rolling down the windows. And last but not least, you got your mirror adjusting tool right here. So to adjust the mirrors on either side, just twist it to the left and you're able to just adjust it with this thingy itself. So yeah, right on top, just your door handle to get out of the car itself. Alright, moving along, you just got your sun visor, which is very nice, that comes with a mirror and a lighting and a card slot right here. If let's say you want to put your let me just show you guys that. If let's say you want to put your this vehicle, the fuel card, you still can do so just by inserting it in and just hiding itself. Alternatively, if you don't want to do that and just want it to be a regular sun visor, you could actually do it just like that. Or let's say the sun is coming from left or the right hand side, depending on whether you're a passenger or you're just a driver alone. If it's coming on the right hand side, you can just push this out and just swivel it to one side and you block the sun coming from your right hand side. Same goes for the passenger itself. So the passenger has the same thing, mostly no card slot itself, but it's able to swivel to the left itself. So yeah, last but not least, you got a sun visor holder, sunglasses holder if you want to put your sunglasses. If not, you can just put something else itself, I don't know. You got light switch which can be turned on or turned off with a touch by pressing on it. Or if let's say the doors are open, by right it should on, but I think somehow this is stuck, so I can't really switch it off and on itself. So yeah, alright, I think that's basically it for the controls on the vehicle itself. Now let me just go ahead and turn on start the vehicle. So for the brake, and you see this thing, the green light unit, you turn on and you just start the car and the vehicle turn on itself. So upon turning on the vehicle itself, the heads-up display will also flip up itself. So you see this heads-up display itself, it is a feature that is on the Mazda 6 and on the CX5, plus I think maybe the Mazda 3 hatchback which I reviewed that time. The conventional one that GetGo have don't really have heads-up display itself, which is the downside. But let me just run through with you guys the infotainment screen itself right now. So basically to adjust it is via this knob right here, so I can just twist it either direction to do according to my preference. If not, I can just go back to the home screen just by pressing on this shortcut key, and this is basically the home screen for the vehicle itself. So yeah, to select it, just press down on it and you will select on it itself. So yeah, unfortunately the stop start function is malfunction, so that's a pity. But unfortunately for this kind of Mazda, I read on the forum itself, it's basically this I stop function. It is a common issue that is on this type of Mazda itself. So that's a thing that you cannot avoid. Plus, it also has the blind spot monitoring system, which should be, I think, somewhere on that side, the mirror itself. Fortunately, I can't really show that when I'm driving. So you just got to just try this vehicle out itself. So yeah, but other than that, I think that's basically it for this vehicle. There isn't really much I can show you because, oh yeah, if you're wondering whether this vehicle has Apple CarPlay, I don't think so. I don't think this vehicle has. So if you want, you can just use your phone as a navigation itself. So yeah, but I can show you the reversing camera. So if I were to select reverse, let me see how it looks like. Really not the best, so I will just rely on your sensors around by checking the mirrors every time itself. So yeah, okay, last knowledge, let me just show you guys this right now. So basically this is the instrument gauge itself. Basically on the left hand side you got your rev counter, center is your speedo, and on the right hand side is your fuel gauge as well as the temperature gauge itself. Really, I can't really change this so far, but by pressing this, just adjust the brightness for the screen itself. That's a bit pointless in my opinion. Let me see if I'm able to change anything. Info. Okay, yeah. So basically just press on info, then you're able to adjust. Press on info, then just basically press on info multiple times and you're able to see that itself. You got a trip A and trip B function, there's cruise control, and basically that itself. So yeah, and that's basically it for the vehicle itself. Oh yeah, last knowledge, to adjust the steering wheel, there's this lever right down below here. Just pull on this lever right here and you're able to adjust the steering wheel. For the seat itself, it is electronic operator itself, so it's via these controls right here. So basically this is forward, back, up, down, then you got angle of the seat itself, which you're able to adjust. Then alternatively, this vehicle was yours, you could actually adjust. You could actually set the memory seat function by pressing set 1 or set 2, and it will just save according to the vehicle vehicle save setting itself. So yeah, last but not least, I want to touch on is the heads-up display. So based on this current position, you are not able to see the speedo, but if you to raise the seat all the way up to the highest point, you could actually technically see the speedo right there itself. But if I'm sitting at this position, I can't really see it. So to me, the heads-up display just simply pointless itself. It'll be better if you can adjust that. If not, then in my opinion, it's just useless itself. So yeah, and that, I think that's basically it for this video itself. If you guys enjoyed the video itself, do click on the subscribe button down right below to see more videos like this, or click here to subscribe and click here to see my 2 other videos. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.